Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I'm so glad you're joining us today. On behalf of American Wellness Center, we're jumping right into something that is deeply personal, often misunderstood, and honestly, a real game changer: emotional regulation and impulse control therapy for adults with ADHD. If you're navigating life as an adult with ADHD, I just want to say right off the bat, we see you, we get it. The challenges you face with emotional intensity, they are 100% valid. Let's get into it.
So think about this for a second. Do your emotions ever just feel louder than everyone else's? Like the volume is cranked all the way up? What we consistently see with the patients we support at American Wellness Center is that this emotional intensity is just as challenging, if not more so, than the inattention or distractibility. You know, the whole world tends to focus on the focus part of ADHD. Meanwhile, you might be internally battling this massive storm of feelings that are just intensely magnified.
Okay, let's dive into this first part. The hidden ADHD struggle, navigating those intense highs and lows.
In our experience at the center, the adults we work with hit a very specific set of emotional hurdles almost every single day. First up is rejection sensitivity. Clinically, we call this rejection-sensitive dysphoria, and it basically means feeling deeply, sometimes even physically, affected by criticism or just perceived disapproval. The ADHD brain simply processes emotional pain differently. Then you've got impulsive reactions. That's, saying or doing things before your prefrontal cortex, the brain's filtering center, can even catch up. Add to that a really low frustration tolerance where even minor delays feel literally unbearable, and the sheer emotional fatigue of riding these constant highs and lows. It's exhausting, and sadly, it often leads to harsh self-criticism and a lot of conflict escalation in relationships, mostly because your reactions are so easily misunderstood.
The tricky thing is, these sudden emotional spikes, they don't usually hang around. They hit like a wave, appearing suddenly, peaking intensely, and then fading just as fast. But here's the catch. When the dust finally settles, they leave behind this heavy trail of guilt, regret, and just sheer exhaustion. It absolutely depletes your energy reserves for the rest of the day, making even the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain.
Which brings us to recognizing your emotional triggers and finding that path to clarity.
Now, there is a massive and often painful difference between reacting impulsively and responding thoughtfully. Reacting impulsively is acting right in the heat of the moment, only to deal with the regret later. But the core goal of our therapy at American Wellness Center is shifting you toward responding thoughtfully. It's really all about creating that crucial space, just a tiny pause between feeling an emotion and actually acting on it. Because that pause, that's what opens the door for better, healthier choices.
Look at this quote right here. Adults with ADHD often describe emotions as louder or more intense than others might experience. I want to emphasize that this heightened sensitivity is incredibly real. If you've ever felt like your emotional volume dial is completely stuck at a 10, while everyone else is coasting at a 4, well, you're definitely not alone. It's unpredictable, for sure, but it's a completely documented aspect of ADHD that our experts totally understand, and more importantly, know exactly how to work with.
So how do we actually tackle this? Let's look at our evidence-based approach and what we like to call the American Wellness Center difference.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we actually blend these different modalities together. It creates this comprehensive safety net for your nervous system. We use emotion-focused therapy to help you identify and express feelings safely. Then we pair that with cognitive behavioral strategies to challenge those rapid-fire impulsive thoughts. On top of that, we layer in mindfulness and breathing techniques to actively calm your body, right alongside behavioral regulation and stress management tools. We are literally training your brain and your body to work as a team during moments of high stress. It's pretty amazing.
Let's map out what your actual journey to stability looks like with us. Step 1 is deeply understanding your unique triggers, because hey, your ADHD is completely unique to you. Step 2 involves us partnering together to create a highly personalized plan, fully loaded with practical, real-world tools that you can use at the office, at home, wherever. And step 3, well, this is the breakthrough. It's learning to actually pause, reflect, and respond with true awareness, rather than just getting swept away by the emotional tide.
Moving on to reclaiming control and confidence, let's talk about your future state.
What we consistently see with the patients we support is that through consistent therapy, the transformations are honestly profound. You gain so much better control over your emotional reactions, and that directly leads to improved, way more harmonious communication with your family, your partner, your colleagues. You are going to notice a sharp reduction in frustration and impulsivity, a really exciting spike in self-awareness, and ultimately, a much calmer, far more consistent mood day in and day out. I absolutely love the quote on this slide. Learning to regulate emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means managing them in ways that protect your peace and strengthen your relationships. I think that hits the nail on the head. At American Wellness Center, we are never trying to fix a broken person, and we definitely don't want to dull your vibrant emotions. We're simply giving you the skills to protect your inner peace so you can safely thrive in the world.
Okay, let's talk about how you can thrive with American Wellness Center and meet your expert guides.
The number 60. When you step through our doors, you aren't just getting one person. You're backed by an absolutely massive network of expertise. We have a dedicated team of over 60 highly qualified Western-trained clinicians who are all collaborating to ensure your comprehensive care.
And that brings us to the number 20. Our dynamic team represents a diverse array of over 20 different medical and mental health specialties. Why does that matter to you? Well, because managing ADHD is never just about one single therapy. It means your emotional, behavioral, psychological, and even medical needs are all seamlessly met under one single roof. The whole shebang, right there.
And we've been delivering this confidential, culturally sensitive care right in the heart of Dubai Healthcare City since 2016. We have a long-standing, really steadfast commitment to serving Dubai's incredibly diverse community of professionals, parents, and students. We know this environment, we know the local stressors, and we absolutely know how to help.
All of this care is guided by some truly top-tier clinical leadership. We're talking about experts like consultant psychiatrist and neurologist Dr. Mohammed S. Tahir, clinical psychologist Dr. Farah Qadir, and clinical psychologist and head of trauma Ms. Lara Tyan. Our licensed professionals specialize in identifying those unique patterns of reactivity you might be dealing with, and they bring world-class, evidence-based practices directly into your sessions. Which brings us to the very core of who we are. Every person deserves not just to survive, but to truly thrive. For us at American Wellness Center, this isn't just some catchy tagline. It is the absolute emotional anchor of everything we do. You don't have to just white-knuckle your way through your days anymore. There is a very real path to thriving. So that leaves us with one final super important question. Are you ready to stop just surviving the emotional roller coaster and start actually mastering your balance? Emotional regulation is a skill, and it's absolutely one that you can master. We warmly invite you to reach out to us at American Wellness Center to schedule an in-person or online consultation today. Let's get to work on trading the exhaustion of surviving for the joy of thriving. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.